Alright guys, hope you're doing well. This is KS5L, and not just one, not just two, three of them, and that's my replacement for KS3M. So what do I have? I can replace KS3M and KS3, all four of them, and have similar hash rate just with these units, and even bigger hash rate and better power consumption. So that's the only reason I kind of went this way, because there's no way you can ROI on these units if you're just buying them now. So but I'm gonna be merging this, at least one of them. Actually, I was planning to do all of them, but I'm waiting for my KS3M as well. That's going to replace the rest of my setup. So right now, I'm just wanna get this out and put it in the immersion tank C6, because I have still a space for 4 units, and probably my KS3M will go there. So let's pull it out. All right, here you go. It's out of the box. It looks like same as I got previously. Nothing really changed on this model. Let's open up, see. I heard there is a different fan connectors. If it's true, I need to wait for my adapters to connect fan spoofers. So let's open this first. All right, let's remove this cover for some reason. Oh, there's a sticker here. That's new. Maybe it was there before, so we gotta remove this sticker because it will not let me pull. There you go. This cover. Okay, yes, so it is true. It's the new fan connector, so I'm pretty much screwed until I get my, look how they marked it, so which one goes where. I wonder, and it's kind of randomly connected differently, I think. I don't know, I don't recall, but yeah, with this fan connectors, there's 2 going to the front. Fortunately, I don't have these adapters yet, but I can make ones. It's pretty much looks like the the PSU connectors maybe. I don't know if I have some spare, have to look. Let's see. Yeah, so I can remove fans really and just wait for my adapters, for the spoofer adapters to connect this. It should arrive next week, hopefully, but yeah, nothing I can do yet, I guess. That's unfortunate. So this is gonna be harder to remove now because there's a bigger connectors to pass through over here. So let me remove this cover. Okay, so not a good news. Basically, you can't pull this wire through anymore like we could do with any of the KS 3Ms, KS3s, or even KS3L I got before was a regular cable, and now it's this board. So it's a different board, different fan connectors. I don't know if I order extra board for my other one, which connectors I will have for fans. So it's kind of weird that they switching half of the way, creating their minors. And I don't know if this is because it's more powerful fans. It looks like the wire's exactly the same. Maybe there was an issue with the connectors not holding up really good, so they kind of upgraded them. Looks like, I don't know if the Bitman has any of this kind, but yeah, look at this. I can't any longer pull this connector, so really have to disconnect these bars, which is really sucks. I don't like to doing it, but I guess that's the only way. We have to unscrew it and pull it out. All right, so looks like it is upgraded fan. So look at this, 4.5 amp, and that's why they running on these connectors, because obviously you can't, this will not handle 4.5 amp, but 2.7 amp to 4.5. It's almost double, I mean, slightly less than double power of the fan and the wire size. So I'm not sure why they did that. It's very interesting to see that the fan got the size of the fan exactly the same, but 4.5 amp, guys, this is just ridiculous. That's a lot of power it's gonna use. I'm wondering, I need to plug one of these in and check the power consumption with the fans, stock fans running. Obviously, it's probably going to be a lot higher than my previous model because if you think about it, you have 4 of these fans, so almost 20 amp at 12 volts. That's like 240 watts, right? Where these were only like about 25 watts each, so 100 watts and 200 watts, right? 240 watts. That's just crazy. Anyways, that was like probably 140, 150 watts max. Anyways, let's I just got it prepped, so I just need to really figure with connectors before I can do immersion on this system. So before I do that, I just need to test one of this unit on the power, just connect to the power and run it and measure the wattage, because it's really interesting, guys. Didn't expect that, but okay. I need to put this fence away back in the box so I don't mix them later, because they have to go to this model, and I'm gonna label this, so this is gonna be 02, my second one with the different fans. All right, so fan spoofers connected. I use one that came with the C6 tank. And so let's cover it up. And I will attach these handles, but I'm trying to put it on the output. So just the reverse, try to do the other way around. So I have the power going down this time, and we'll see the difference. I'm not sure. Probably not, because this Ethernet cable connector will be right against the tank. Although I want to try to somehow, I need to get some kind of 90 adapter for Ethernet, I guess, first. So I'll probably put it in like normally, the reverse way, so the power will be out and I could see the light first. And if I decide, I'll twist and redo it the other way for this guy. Okay, let me screw it on. All right, so the handle's up and we're ready to go. So I just can dunk it in tank, I guess. All right, so we're ready to get my second KS3L in the tank. And so I have the Ethernet cable ready, power cable ready, everything ready to go. So I'm just gonna put it right next to my first KS3L, just right here on the side, okay? And we have to basically reverse put the power side up, so we don't need to remove any of the fans. I'm gonna slide my DG1 slightly off, so it's out of the way, so I can slide under the power cable here. And that's it, guys. This is in the water, swimming. All right, perfect fit. We still have a gap in between them. So power connector, Ethernet connector. Ethernet goes just right here. Okay. And the power connector goes just right here. Go under. All right, so the power turned on. All right, and I just need to turn the power to the cable. Let's see if it's gonna start mining. And you see on my first one the red light is blinking. So basically it's I was adjusting the tank temperature and playing around with how we can set the temperature higher for the KS5L actually likes a little bit higher temperature, so but I went a little bit too high. So to go over 90, I mean the tank temperature went over 50 degrees I believe, so around 50 it will go to the red blinking light. What it means is probably the too hot of the air coming in when you have the second red blinking. So but once the temperature reduces, it's all good, and it's mining for over 20 days just like that with the blinking light, no issues. So I just don't want to restart it because it's doing pretty well. But let's get this one started. Okay, so I'm gonna press the power and let's see if we're gonna get any power to the device. And I'm gonna connect my cable. And so we have the power blinking on the PSU. Hope you guys could see this. Okay, so when the power blinking, that means the miner not mining. It have to be solid red, I mean solid green, just like that. But the other two are looks like Ethernet connected. Everything looks fine. The fans are spinning, so there should be no issue. I'm pretty clean overall liquid. I like that because all of the miner I put brand new, almost pretty much brand new. I just used this for maybe a month on the air, so it really was just a little bit of dust to clean, but this is new and that one new, Digi1. So let's see if we go to the mining stage, then I can go on the web GUI, change my setting. Okay, so looks like power supply went green, which is a good sign, and we have a blinking green over there, which is a good sign. All right, perfect. So what are temperature in the tank? Let's take a look. Right here. Okay, 44 degrees, which should be pretty good. Like to see if we can warm it up a little bit more than 44 and if that's gonna perform any better. But let's have this KS3L. I haven't tested on the air, unfortunately. I should probably, but it's too late. It's already in the water. Okay, I'm gonna close the cover and a lot easier, guys, with them Digi1. Digi1 gave me a lot of trouble. I had to do this custom fan connectors to do the fan spoofer as well. I guess I had to do custom connectors for this KS5L as well, for those new connectors. I ordered some, it's coming on the way, but I didn't want to wait for too long. So anyways, let's go check it out, the web GUI. So look how quiet this fan is. It's running probably on the first speed at 10%, because I have the sprayers going on. It helps a lot. Guys, with the water misters, it's just beautiful. Works super quiet, no issue. Alright guys, so we have 124 degrees on my patio sensor, which is, well, obviously under the patio cover, which gets hotter, but it's ridiculous hot today. It's 113 right now in Sacramento, so it's just obviously super hot day. The hottest day is Saturday, and look at all the sensors, everything just super hot, even with AC running. So yeah, 105 on the exhaust in the shed, 124 on the patio outside, but intake, have the battery died on this intake. But take a look at the So first of all, I need to find actually my KS3L. So we're gonna scan the network here and just try to find this KS5L. But in the meantime, I want to show you guys how is my KS0 Ultras doing. So there, look at the hash rates, all of them, all of the hash rate seems to be different. Look at that. We have 386 on the first one, been running for 2 hours, 413, 407, 381, and 396. And looks like this is really hot. So their average temperature around 75 degrees, like 70 to 75. Even this one 66 to 69 to 70, right on the chips. And between 58, 75, 60, 73 exhaust. So 80, it seems a little bit too hot for the miner. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna adjust the fan speeds on this just to cool them slightly, just a little bit down. Just you have to get, looks like with these chips, it's similar to KS5L, you have to be like very in the sweet spot of the temperatures where it's not too hot, not too cold. Otherwise, it won't run. But look at the wattage. So it did add, my wattage is slightly higher now because of the, look at that, right? So you have the wattage right there, 95 on my first one and 98 on the second, running on the 12 volts. It's still under 8 amp, so there is really low amperage on the connector, barrel connector, so it should be safe. But the fans are running on the very low speed, these fans. I need to address probably and adjust my internal fans because they're running on a very low speed as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna simply just go ahead and get that adjusted. Sorry for the screen view, kind of weird. Okay, when you zoom in. So my solar, actually it's 420 and it's only 4 miners. I still have to connect one more, trying to find the spot there, because it's only 4 fitted over that pad that I have over the battery. I don't want to put directly on the battery because they got super hot. All right, so let's take a look at my fan speed, and hopefully I can, yeah, so it looks like it's running on 30%. So let's put it to 50%, see if that's gonna help a little bit. This video is not about KS0 Ultras, but I just did set it up and posted that video. But just a lot of play with those chips. The new chips seems to be similar to KS5L, and it looks like you just need to find the sweet spot for temperatures. I just want to point it out. So yeah, we're not gonna stay here long. Just want to show you guys. And again, it's 373, 388. So we changed to 50% fans. Let's see if this temperature gonna drop a little bit on the chips, and we'll achieve a little better hash rate, hopefully. And then similar to this number 4, it looks like it's getting super hot as well. So let's look at our, did we find another KS5L yet? Booms, 173, is that the new one? Yes, no, it's not. That's the 173 is my first one. So it's not finding KS5L on the network. Let's scan again, yeah, we'll come back in a few minutes once it's finished scanning. All right, so on this new batch, looks like KS5L will not show on the web GUI. It will say machine is offline. So similar to Ultra, let's see if the IP selecting the static will fix it. Looks like it is exactly same version. Just gonna show you guys here. Look at this one, the the ICM, the firmware version is exactly same, 2.14 KS5L, and the firmware version on KS Ultra is the same. It's just the Ultra. It's also 2.14. So to me, it looks like it has the same back that creating that issue that you cannot see it on the web GUI. Also, what I noticed, the machine that I got, it's 650 clocks. It's not 665. So original I got was 665, and now the new one with the 650. So looks like a lot of changes here on KS5L from original version. So the one that I got first, it had higher clocks. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it is different, and also fan connectors are different. So there's, and the firmware. So there's three things are different already on KS5L from just two versions that I got. This one probably months and a half ago, right? So let's see. I don't know if we can compare the chips temperatures here. Seems to be exactly the same, similar, very similar, right? The temperatures everywhere. I'm not sure if this is gonna reach 12 terahash or not. So we'll have it run for longer. Obviously, this has been running over 10 days, but on the pool it doesn't get over 11.7, even though the average shows here 12.8, sometimes 14 or 13. What's important, guys, here is to show it on the on your pool. So the pool shows the average 11.6 now over 2 days, but it's 11.9 over 3 hours, and then where's our 24 hours right now, 11.62. So it's been going between 11.7 and 11.6, 11.6 for me. So let's take a look at this one. So this shows 11 already terahash, but obviously it needs to run full 24 hours. So we haven't done that cycle yet, or at least actually for K1 pool, it's better to run the full cycle. So I'm starting with 125 paid out Caspa. So I made the note for myself that it's my KS 3M account that I sold. So the KS 3M now, it's this machine gonna replace that account, and I'm gonna continue probably calculating to see where I'm at altogether with the difference, right? And let's set it up the static. Let's try to, set the static IP there and see if that's gonna fix the issue similar way that what we have with the KS0 Ultra. Looks like it is exactly the same issue to me, but let's see if it's gonna fix. So all we gotta do, copy and paste. Just use the IP address that you need. Everything else you can copy from any other machine on your network. It's a very easy way, and we're gonna put 154 and DNS server the same. Boom. So let's see if that's gonna get updated right there. Yes. Okay. And we're gonna restart the machine. Okay, perfect. So let's see if this is gonna fix it. It fixed the issue, and the miner gonna show up on the web GUI at least with the static IP. So it looks like those two machines, Ultra and this, have the same similar issue. And the miner is still available. What's interesting with this price that they drop, it's still all of this, even hosting for two machines and buying two machines and Ultra is all available. Now they have boards, different boards version you could see with the different fans for KS5M right now with those three. Then you have KS5L before and with this fan. So they have two different versions. You could see by the board where the fans connects, right? So that's how you can tell sold in May or June. So just a month later you see, and there is a changes here to the board. The connectors are different. We used to have 4 connectors, same like KS3M, and this one is 5 connectors. So it looks like potentially can connect 5 boards, or I don't know, well, actually not 5, 5, 6, 7. And here we had 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, also 7, but different configuration, I guess, because of the fan, different fan connectors, right? So anyways, keep that in mind if you're planning on doing fruition design. Make sure you get those connectors. I ordered from what was that link? All right, also looks like the ICERIVER had posted their new firmware for Ultra and KS5L and KS5M. So unfortunately I already set the static IP. Wonder if I can test it anyway. Let me update the firmware and see. First of all, I want to see if the clock's gonna change, because the clocks reports differently to me, right? So this is one of the things. So 665 versus 650. So I'm wondering if I update. I'm gonna update my new one first and see if that's gonna change, because apparently it may change the clock, maybe not. I don't know how it works, but let me update my new machine first, and then obviously it's showing now on the web GUI once I set the static IP, so that's gonna fix your issue there over there. But I guess the firmware update, you can do upgrade, and let's do that. Let's upgrade it and see if any difference there for KS5L. Where is it? It unloaded. They all look exactly the same, all three of these versions. That's weird. Okay guys, so you gotta be real careful, because when you downloading this firmware, apparently when you click on to download, it just downloads exactly the same file, but it's not necessarily gonna work for either version. I'm not sure though, because it's just exactly the same file size, 86. So I downloaded all three of them. I saw there's gonna be different name, but the name exactly the same, 86 55 8695 kilobytes, 8695, 8695. So all three I downloaded all the same beta version. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be a good idea or not, but I guess we can always reset to factory settings, but it just kind of makes me worried. So the same exact firmware looks like for all three machines. Maybe I'm wrong, but so not to make mistake, I have to basically delete. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete all three and then download just KS5L now, because they're all look same, right? So KS5L, and then I'm gonna unzip this one and extract all. So it's gonna create this folder here. So let's see, extract all. For some reason it does not extract the file. I'm not sure why. Cannot complete. This is weird. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna copy this and create KS5L firmware folder and just put it there. And simply just, that's the other way to unzip it. Okay, so now we're gonna go here and try to upgrade firmware. So we're gonna click there and go to our downloads files, and gonna do that one. And so our existing version 3.214, and this one is 3.215. Okay, so it looks like it's the next version firmware. And we'll see after it's updated and restarted. We'll come back and check. All right, so I did update for firmware. It's 3.2.14, KS5 version now. And let's take a look on the, just to compare, it's been only 10 minutes, 15 minutes it's running. So looks like what this fixed is, probably it fixed this issue with the miner visible on web GUI now. I hope that's what it is, but I don't know now because I set the IP to static. I could probably send back to DHCP and test it out, see if it works with this firmware. Or it's need to restart the machine. Okay, well, let's restart it. But the main part is I want to make sure it's visible after a firmware upgrade, so you don't need to do static. So probably you can do similar stuff for your KS0 Ultra, which I need to go and update all the firmware for all of these machines, and maybe I need to update this firmware on my first original KS5L. But what worries me, if after the update, if my clock's gonna go lower here from 665 back to 650, and if that's gonna reduce the hash rate or not. So I'm not sure. I want to first update this machine and run it for, I'll have it run for maybe a day or so, and then we'll see how it performs. If it outperforms my original, and I'm gonna go side by side basically on two of these, and it's same K1 pool, and I'm gonna check daily rewards. So if my daily rewards on both of these miners gonna be same, equal, or one of them gonna be better than the other, then I'll consider maybe do any changes with the firmware on my original one, because the only problem, the other problem is there is the miner temperature abnormal, which I believe they fixed with the firmware. Now it says normal now. After it start mining, everything is fine, even though the temperature is still like gonna be running high, 47, 57. So I think they fixed that in firmware, so it doesn't show up normal anymore for the miner temp and so forth. I wonder if KS0 Ultra has similar issue. It's only on the fan, abnormal fan, I believe. That's what I noticed, because it will show the fan speed abnormal if it's zeros. If it's zeroed out, for example, like right here, it's if the fan not running, it will just show fan speed abnormal because it's zero, right? And I wonder, it drops to zero when the temperature is actually super kind of going low, but it's not as low. Wonder why it drops to zero. So if I set fan speed to 20 here, it will set the fan's normal speed. See right there, it's already fixed it. So my thing here is, what did they fix there with this, besides the maybe the hash rate will be more stable, because it was fluctuating. It does fluctuate a lot here on the original. I haven't tested for on the new batch with the original firmware. I mean, it's not original, it was different firmware, but apparently the clocks didn't change, so it's still 650. So hopefully that just runs with the chips. But also I'm wondering if that's gonna make any difference on the hash rate overall. So we'll see. I'll let it run for maybe a day or so, and then I can update you guys. So that's it for this video. It was super long. I'm glad this mining in the tank with no issue with the, I was worried about my spoofer's connection to the self-made cables, but it worked. I should receive my cables pretty soon.